Alright, question C. What is the price elasticity of demand if price equals $500? So here we calculate point price elasticity of demand, and we have to use the formula or the definition of the price elasticity of demand. So here I am writing down the definition. So follow the notation the textbook uses. So price elasticity of demand is defined as the percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price, its own price of the product. So as you see here, the top of the fraction and the bottom of the fraction, the original definition as is defined in percentage, it has 100 multiply. But as you have same operation, top and bottom of the fraction, these are cancelled out. So that's why we have this usual definition of price elasticity of demand. So basically the top is, if you look at here, the change in quantity demanded. So delta notation, this implies change in the quantity that follow right after the notation delta. So this is the percentage change in quantity demanded, and that is associated with a percentage change in its own price. So if I rearrange this definition of price elasticity demand, I can multiply these two that is close to each other and then put them in the bottom here, Q delta P, and then also multiply these two terms that are far from each other and then put them in the top of the new fraction. So which is P multiplied delta Q. So basically the definition of price elasticity demand is defined as the multiplied terms of price over quantity and the change in quantity demanded over change in price. So in this question, we already know the price level we can use to calculate this eta or price elasticity of demand. So here price equal 500, and we know when the price is equal to 500, the quantity demanded should be 30. We found these two from question B, so we can plug these terms to the definition of price elasticity of demand. But then we do not know the second fraction, delta Q over delta P. So this fraction can be found from the demand equation, which is P equal 2000 minus 50 Q. So when we apply the change operation to both sides of this equality, delta on the left and right, equality stay the same, and delta P on the left hand side, the change in price, but then on the right hand side, this change in notation applied to this constant 2000 and minus 50Q, and constant 2000 is always 2000, so change from 2000, there's no change, so the first term is 0 in terms of change, but then Q can change by delta Q. So we can rewrite this demand equation in terms of change or delta notation and divide both sides by delta P. So as long as we do same operation of the equality or inequality, those equality or inequality stay the same. So we have found out on the left hand side this is 1, and on the right hand side we have this expression, and now you see that there's minus 50 on the top, so we can divide both sides of the equality by minus 50. Then on the left hand side we have minus 1 over 50. On the right hand side we have delta Q over delta P. So we found this fraction and plug this portion to the second term of the definition of point price elasticity. So we can conclude the price elasticity demand we are looking for is 500 over 30 and multiply minus 1 over 50. So we cancel out 0 on the top and the bottom, minus 50 and top and the bottom. So we get minus 1 over 3. And the absolute value of this number, which is 1 over 3, is less than 1. So this engine is not price elastic, or in other words, it is inelastic. Thanks for watching.